Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry, and it's time for even more Die in Mordheim. Yeah, that's right. Now, last time we suffered a particularly nasty incident where the matriarch suffered a broken jaw injury. Now, normally, an injury is nasty because it does something bad to your character, right? In this case, it did two nasty somethings. And the two things affected, leadership and spellcasting, are two of the mainstays of this character. Now, if it had been like, -1 ballistic skill or something, it wouldn't have been so bad. But the fact that she has a lot of very good leadership-based skills, such as Warcry or Hold Ground, for example, and that she has so many good support spells, mean that suffering a penalty to both those things is like a double kick in the kidney. It could be worse. She could have got skull fracture, right, and had to make a stupid roll every turn for the rest of her life. I mean, that'd be horrible. Now, additionally, one of our other characters suffered a burst eardrum, I think it was. I have a horrible feeling it was actually Hilda. No, it wasn't. Okay, it was one of these then. I think it was you, wasn't it? Yeah, burst eardrum. So that's going to be nasty. Alright. So we know our second reward is coming. Our second demand is coming. And we know we need to fail that. And we need to fail the third demand. But when the fourth demand comes, it's going to be absolutely massive. Which means there needs to be a lot of warpstone saving up. It would also be nice to get a faction level up as well. So, on feeding the faction's warpstone, it's nice to keep every faction at the same level, because otherwise, you see here we're getting a -10% on payments because of supply and demand, right? Whereas these guys are giving +5%. And when I can get another one of these up to level 1, the percentages will change again. So it's always worth feeding the faction with the lowest reputation level. That being said, it's always worth sending off Warpstone to Bertha to get those extensions on the deliveries. The secondary factions will get us the main thing we'll get from these will be the reduction on skill training costs. And we can't afford much skill training anyway, and at the really high levels, yeah, like you're ever going to reach level 4 in a faction without hitting Warband rank 10 first. We can start to hire out of faction Warband members, and that's obviously the dream. That would be really lovely. But it's not going to happen anytime soon. So for now, we're just focusing on keeping our debts paid, paying our medical bills, and going off to fight missions. So we need a deadly mission, and we need to send scouts every time we don't find one, every day, including on deck. Right. Oh my god, this is going to hurt. Well, okay then. Away we go.
Believing yourself alone in what was a residential district, you spread your warband to ransack the nearby houses. Just as your warriors are starting to explore the buildings, however, an enemy warband arrives, ready to attack your dispersed forces.
Okay, we've got marked for death against witch hunters, one of the two overpowered pay-to-win warbands. Now, they shouldn't be. They're not massively overpowered, but they're a little bit more powerful. In fact, the witch hunters are rather like a more aggressive, less defensive version of the sisters, mixed with a little bit of mercenaries. But they do have a few things that give them a significant edge in the early game. And one of the two we need to take down is their leader. Bollocks. So are we trapped in buildings? This is going to be nasty.
A new round has started.
So, main thing, on this difficulty, this early on, we can forget secondary objectives, right? We are purely focused on the Bee Gees song, Staying Alive, obviously. And any nice bow. We need to get out this door and look around us. That's our wagon. That's very good to know. There's some warpstone up there someone can probably pick up, and it probably won't be any of us. Enemies could be anywhere at this early juncture. I believe I know where I am. Except it feels ever so slightly wrong. Shouldn't there be a bridge just over there? Yeah, that's the steps on the edge of a bridge. Yep, we're at one end of the bridge on the horrible bridge map. Yeah, I know. But knowing where we are is a good thing. If we can work out where the next member of our warband is as well. Okay, hello. I must resist the urge to open the map. Hey! Yeah! I mean, I don't mean the warpstone. I mean, look, there's those stairs going down there. So, that building over there, there's our wagon. You know, our little novice is down there. We'll be going to join her shortly, but first we are going to be picking up some warpstone. And in fact, that chunk over there is probably the one that was detected with that perception check. Yeah, I reckon at this rate we might have a couple of turns before they reach us. Well, a couple of rounds. So while it would be nice to throw up a defensive stance, I honestly think with this sister it's worth sprinting for the wagon, because otherwise we're only going to get to about here. And there indeed is our novice. We have warpstone to drop off. We almost have a building for cover here. We're a little exposed on that front if they start climbing up the stairs there, which they probably will when they get to us. But for now, you know, drop off a few pieces of warpstone in the cart and be glad to be alive. He says, doing a dumb thing. There we go. The dumb thing was, of course, shrinking down the game to double check that it was all recording. Yeah, so that will have opened up the Alt tab again. I'll have to press it something like 4 times to get rid of it. I know. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, 3. Okay. So knowing where we are now, and... oh, hello. You going to pick that up? Yeah, you can pick that up then. Lovely. Let's just get to here and say, hey, I've got a shield. I remember how to use that, right? You put the shield between you and the thing that's trying to hurt you. That's how shields work. And actually, we've got 4 members of our warband close together here. Hopefully, if 1 or 2 stragglers reach us first, we can beat the living daylights out of them before another one... uh-oh. Okay, so they've picked up 1 piece. They are on their way towards us, and it's going to be nasty. Oh, that's horrible. Alright. Try. And we actually succeed. Oh, hello. Well, because we're not in... ooh! Is that ours? That looks like ours. Okay. Alright, we'll probably sell both of those. No, we'll probably sell the Crimson Shade. I tend not to use the consumables that have a chance of giving us a serious injury after a match, because of the obvious consequences. Alright. Well, this is not a good place to be unless you're a spellcaster or someone with some sort of ranged weapon. What we're going to do then... Actually, no, it would be good as a lookout. So we're going to hop down there, probably take a little bit of damage. And then we want to start guarding the access points, right? The ways that they can reach us. And then as soon as one of the enemies does reach us, everyone jumps on them and pummels the crap out of them. That's the plan, right? So far, this match hasn't been too painful yet. And the main reason for that, obviously, is because the enemy has not found us. We're playing on deadly difficulty, and it's all going to hurt rather a lot. Just stay there.
A new round has started.
I'm just glad we had such favourable deployment. Now, ways the enemy could reach us. Well, there's sometimes a climb up point of the buildings over there. We're not carrying anything here, are we? No. Alright then. Let's take a look around. Oh, nice. Just in case there's anything we haven't found, like that trap, obviously. Oh, you've got to be taking the mickey. Right, okay then. Up you go, girl. 2 up here. Well, we'll just be picking those up next time then, won't we? Alright. So 16 warpstone on the map is a reasonable amount. This is an ominous long silence where I'm thinking like, hey, where could they be coming from? Now it's rare for anyone to run directly across the bridge. Even rarer if it's a human player. Hey, so that building there is a way up and it's over there at the edge. We should probably guard that. We should also guard the stairs over there. But we don't want to spread ourselves too thin. 3 pieces of warpstone is 3 pieces of warpstone. And they are going in the box. Now the other thing is, we don't want to make ourselves too visible. So we want to go to here. About there? About there, yeah. And set up an ambush in case someone climbs up and walks around this corner to say hello. And we've seen someone, which means they've probably seen us. Probably down there somewhere. And to make things even worse, it's their leader. We've seen 2 summons now. Yeah, they're coming through the pit. Okay. You are not carrying anything. This is good. Alright. Shield up. Because until we have a better idea where they're all coming from, we need to presume they're coming from everywhere. So I don't want to spread out. Right, those stairs over there, important, but I don't think we can stop them. So instead what we'll do, he's going to be trying to come up here pretty soon. We're not going to go down there and meet him. No, this is actually a pretty good spot to be in. We are dropping down here like a menu on the internet, because people on the internet don't know how food and menus actually work. And then, okay, there's an obvious problem here. And this problem is that if we stop here, right, she has got warpstone to put in this box. We don't want to block her way. So we want to be going all the way over here. taking cover behind the building. But you know, we should go have a look for this man down here. Where is he? We don't know, but someone could be coming over this bridge in a moment or two, so we should, you know, just be ready to run over and bash him on the head. Essentially, once we've parked the warp stone from the ledge up there in the chest, we should forget all about it. And we'll put you over here. And now for round 3. Right, round 3 or round 4 is where the real violence is going to begin. In fact, the main reason for using the bridge, you'd think, would be to run up there and see... well, no, the main reason should be to cross across the gap quickly. Yes, to get across the gap quickly. It's not. So you'd think the next thing would be to run up there and see the enemy. Unfortunately, for some reason, these sides of the bridge are so high that you cannot look over and look down and see the enemy very clearly. I should have tried to stand... no, so it wouldn't really be possible to have both points. About there, I might have been able to have the warp stone and the drop down point, but oh well. Oh, that's rough. Bit of an awkward landing. Maybe even a slightly sprained ankle. I'm sure she'll live. Right. After this, we forget looking for warp stone, right? We're now just full-on violence and survival mode. So it goes like this. When someone appears, we run over and clobber them, preferably outnumbering them. And we aren't even playing Skaven. What we do want to do is keep people together, keep those shields high, keep people alive. We're probably going to take a major beating here. Right. It would be nice to regroup around there, that little group there, near the wagon. But that's not a very good idea until we know where the enemy are coming from. If I walk around here, I'm not going to be able to see... Right, if I want to walk out there, have a look around, and then come back again, I'm not going to be able to do it because the blue point will clog up this entryway. So I'm actually going to be stuck. Now, Lubyanka doesn't have very good armor, so we should actually get her to here. Now the problem is our ambushes are currently only getting to the bottom of those stairs. There's not a lot of advancing up the steps, so if someone does manage to charge down the stairs, we won't be able to intercept or mess them up. Hopefully that flagellant will come clambering up that wall very soon, and we'll all be able to fight him. Here he comes. That didn't sound like a fail, and there he is. Great. Ambush stance is not good. Guess what? Oh, that's bad. Can we get like a charge? No! Very interesting. Right. How do we do this? It would be really nice to bait out the charge, but I don't think that's wise. I think we actually delay. We actually delay and let someone else eat the charge. Even though that's going to be really painful. I say that because our matriarch already has one. Ooh, hello. So we got a little focus on that building over there briefly before it moved back to a neutral point under the bridge. I wonder if he's really all the way over there. Well, tell you what. This is what we call Trying to... Yep. Ow! Oh, ow. Right. He's got a 200 weapon. He's not going to be able to attack twice this early on. So we don't need to worry about the counter-attack. We do need to worry about staying alive now, because she is knackered. And that was with light armor by the look of it. Alright. Hey, you. And everybody misses now. It's okay. It's okay. He's only going to murder all of us. Right? Hey, look. We can try to cast a spell with our now reduced spellcasting chances. Now, it's not heavily reduced, but the fact that this game is all about manipulating the odds. Hey. Apparently I should complain more often because it lets things like that happen. That was good. And now you, love, need to get in here and mess him up. Yes! Hit him lots because he's going to be standing up soon. Now, on his turn when he stands up, he's going to lose some red points, so he's probably not going to be able to attack. Fingers crossed. He also probably won't be alone, though.
The new round has started.
Yeah, they've got that knight coming. He's going to be... So, the AI uses the knight really badly. They like to put him in, like, light armor with a dagger or a spear or something, and they're just completely missing out on his tankiness, and they try to use him as, like, a sneaky guy who runs around the side or something, and they just mess it up completely. It's like, yeah, you could do that, absolutely, but you're missing out on his durable potential. I don't think we can sneak him round the back there, round the edge of the bridge, between our sister there and the edge of the bridge to clobber him. So what we want to do is maintain this ambush, because it may very well soon be needed. Now, if we can bottleneck them all here on this little... I mean, this is basically a good area for us, right? This is an area where we can hold... get you just there. And you are going into parry stance for now. We may be able to hold this up and stop them running through. So basically, this plateau is a good defensive area for us. And in multiplayer games, when you get this map, you know that basically, trying to cross from... Whoa! Ow! Oh! They're actually doing him properly. Nice. Yeah, just stand there, mate. Dodge would be lovely, thanks. Now, we're not going to attempt to cast Sigmar's Might here, because we can probably beat him down in this one round of everyone who's here. And all of those rolls for Divine Wrath are not something we want to be experiencing unless we have to. And the fact we've managed to stun him again really helps also. Now that leader's coming. We want to be keeping an eye out for him, especially... Yeah! Whoa. New plan. New plan. Right. Gotcha. Now, one of you picked up some warpstone. Was it you? No, it was not. We don't really need that. It's deadly. We need everything. Wait, Andy? Is not someone we need. Right. You stand here. Parry stance. You are very badly hurt. We should put you here as a backup character. Oh, this isn't going to work. Okay, we need to swap these two with those two. So, we have a heavily armoured knight and a leader with a two-handed hammer and what could be light armour. So we need to actively get to here and get everyone defensive. So we need to bottleneck those two up here with the matriarch and Hilda and everyone we can. So this is essentially the next fight, the choke point. And it's slightly...
A new round has started.
I say slightly in their favour. Whoa! Oh, this is going to... Have I managed to block it so that he will be automatically engaged as soon as he gets to the top of the wall? I really hope so. He didn't get up. Okay, Marlena, you are delicate. You're a delicate little flower, allegedly. And we need you up here in ambush stance. Now, the matriarch is currently blocking that ambush. Don't worry, she'll be out of the way very soon. And we don't need the matriarch over there fighting. Over there, that is. We need her over there casting Sigmar's Wrath to help with the beatdown, which will inevitably occur. Now we have an unknown warband member activating. He may be stuck at the back. There's usually one stuck at the back not activating, and he's the one we haven't seen. Alright. We need you to stay here so that your circle will make it very hard for anyone to fit between the wall and you. We also need a third person in there. So now, no ambushes, full-on defense here, as much as we can. Which, to be fair, at this point is not very much. Now, where are you? Oh, my enemy. And now the really nastiness, the nasty parts begin. Oh my god! Okay. Yes, you can afford to hit him back because he cannot dodge or parry on his own turn. That's also the only hit back you're going to get to do. My god. Now, he cannot disengage at all. We're going to go over here, but... Right. Anyone we commit to fighting him will be stuck fighting him. He's very hard to kill. If we can hold him up with someone... and defeat enough of the rest of them for them to break, then we win. The problem is that he is hitting very hard. If we go in here, all three of us, and fight him, someone can come up that gap. No, we can use her. Okay. Can I? No. Gotcha. You're in there, love. Awesome. Now we stand a tiny little bit of a chance. Look at that ridiculous, insane, unbelievable health amount. See, the AI always cheats. It always has literally more health than you can ever have. Now, I know it makes some dumb mistakes, but giving it extra health and extra damage doesn't feel like the best way of handling the situation. Now, that Witch Hunter is going to come up here and fuck us up. Basically, he's standing exactly where we needed to be. And now the Knight will smack her down next turn, and we're just going to be well and truly shafted. Yeah, I think we're losing this one. Alright. You can go stand here. Because two sisters can theoretically take care of one henchman when he climbs up there. Or just be really cruel and go stand here and block the access point. And then maybe he won't be able to climb up. Right. I could go in there and try and fight the Knight. Doesn't seem worth it. He needs to go down fast as well. And it's not going to happen because he's got dodges and everything. Yeah, that does look like light armor, doesn't it? Okay. Right. This is where we've probably lost now. It's all going to come down to that fight right there. Yes, he's running around. Awesome. He's running up to where the others are, where the big fight is. And we need to get there fast too. Which means... we just need to keep on hitting them and hope that they die faster than we do. It's not the best of hopes at this point. You could almost call it the worst of hopes. And that would almost be the tale of two cities. Except there's one city, and it's Mordheim. And it's a wreck. I mean, look at this place. Right, say hello to Hammer Time. This is going to hurt a tiny little bit and you won't really care. But maybe you'll hit this girl instead of our leader next. And that would actually be preferable at this point. Well, slightly preferable. So this is the kind of cluster where sisters usually win. They usually win when they're not playing on the most extreme difficulty missions. That was so lucky. He's going to do it again now though. Yes! The AI switch target after their first attack. Almost always. Sometimes it's their first successful attack. Now this is where things start getting really risky because we have to keep casting this spell. We do not make second attempts because it's just way too risky. Can we get you as well? We can, awesome. We absolutely totally should. You don't even have a shield. But you're gonna hit so hard right now. Oh! Lovely! My apologies to any headphone wearers there, but that was totally worth it. Right, now. If I run off there towards the big fight, he's going to come back. I think I need to stand here for one more round. This is probably a huge mistake. And then next round I head towards the big battle. You, on the other hand, though, get right over there and do not, under any whoa, de Soleil, whatever, Cirque du Soleil yourself, Cirque de Mordheim, Mad Chaos Carnival, Festival of Doom. Right, yeah, so that was word association apparently. Right, so what we want to do here is wallop the living crap out of him while we can before he recovers his morale next turn. Essentially we want to block that access point up there as well, which is what we were trying to do with Hilda. She essentially needed to be standing a little bit behind where he is, like the back of his circle, fighting the knight, so that when he came up he'd have to come fight her. Unfortunately he came up too fast and we weren't able to, but we tried.
A new round has started.
And this is what we... No! This is what we were concerned about. Right, we've taken one. That's 2, 3, 4. There's only one more. We do not declare fun war. We just hit everyone with our maces and hammers and pray to Sigmar. Of course, Sigmar may have faith in the other warband. Hey, here comes the last member of their warband to totally beat up our poor little novice here. That was such a good dodge. Right. Alfred will probably be the last man standing, and I should be paying attention to enemy names. I mean, Gerdwin's pretty much got to be their leader, and with any luck, that one there, with the mace and flail, is the one we need to take down for our secondary objective. Ow! That was obvious. And now here comes even more pain and punishment. Alright. We're going to attempt... Sigmar, grant us the power to smite our foes! Yes! Gerdwin, you are indeed one of our primary targets. We're probably not going to get to pick up your stuff, but if we do, it'll be amazing. Now, watch him pass his all alone check. Actually, does he need one? He's got an ally there, 2 allies. So they kind of cancel out, and it's not to do outnumbering so much anyway. Yeah, watch him pass this and batter our matriarch into the ground in a single hammer blow. She's still standing! I spoke too soon. Well, hopefully she'll die and we can replace her with someone decent who's not crap. Right, we're not going to charge. We're going to go to here. Hit you. Yeah, that's right. Are we... Can we loot... We don't want to loot her. Can we move? Yes, awesome. Can we get to here? Yes. Can we loot? We can't loot her. Him, rather. That is very unfortunate. She's probably going to drop to the night very soon now. Please be the person we need to beat up. You are! How delightful! We may still be able to do this with our sister superior. Nope. No, because we would need to disengage to loot there, and we just can't do that. Okay, so we strike while the hammer is still infused with the furious wrath of the god himself. And we miss on the second attack, of course. 93, that's just bad news.
A new round has started.
Flippin' heck. So Deadly's really going to start hurting when the enemy has enough action points for multiple attacks. Okay, this is where they get to try and deal all their damage, and then if we're still in play, we get to try and break their morale and win. This is pretty close. It's kind of now or never. It's if that guy runs up through this gap right now, we will be so screwed. Ah, come on! So, the AI has a nasty habit of stealing weapons. Now, bloody hell. Now, having weapons pinched, it's like, yeah, you're out of action already. But when you come to your next match and everyone's got daggers because all your decent gear was taken, and you can't afford any more, you are totally in a very bad place. We're not doing it this round. However this plays out, this is not our final moments. But maybe we can get 2 hits in here and sway this ever so slightly, because currently it might not look it, but we are vastly on the losing side. A number of our company, I mean, she's going down to the next attack unless it somehow doesn't hit her. She's going down to 1 or 2 attacks. So then suddenly we'll only have 2 people against these 3.
A new round has started.
Okay, Novice, we really need you. Oh, man. Right. We're pretty much losing that sister next, whatever happens. And she's got armor as well, so that's an even more painful loss. I wasn't expecting this attack to hit, but this next one from the knight, on the other hand, I'm expecting that to drop her, and then he'll just plough right on into our sister superior. And there comes the last of their company, just to make things even more uncomfortable for us. You see, they're now going to turn the tide rather drastically. So he didn't need to move to engage her, and she wasn't able to reach him from her position. That was weird, wasn't it? Right. Please go down. Oh my god, thank you, this is so good. Right. We need this.
Objective completed. Objectives updated.
And now, we need to get really weird. And come in here and loot. Not you. I think he took it. The knight is carrying the thing that we need from their leader. That's really bad news for us, because we are not going to drop him anytime soon. I think that was it. That was the moment the match was lost. Because in theory, these two characters should be close equals. He's slightly more combat focused than she is, but he's also boosted up by the insane deadly difficulty.
A new round has started.
So he has a massive edge here, and there's not a lot we can do about it. Okay, super mega damage time! Commence! Oh, come on, we could have... Oh, well, we win, and our leader is seriously injured again. Hilda did very well. So, Sister Superior tends to do very well in the early campaign. You know, she's pretty much woman of the match, as it were.
Blessed are the triumphant, for in them shines the glory of Sigmar.
Let's see how many days our warband leader is injured out of action for. Near-death experience! Hey! So, she almost died? No serious permanent injuries? Bonus experience point? She gets to be alive.
The gods are with you.
When's she getting her first spell points? This is good! Okay, she's pulling through, she's getting strength this level, obviously, and I want to say a point of alertness is higher than intelligence. That's weird. Oh, that is rough. Okay, Agatha, you are now officially shit. You're dirt, you're garbage, you're the lowest of the low. You almost don't deserve to keep that armor, but you clearly need it to keep you alive. It's not as if we could afford a replacement anytime soon. Clara? You're okay. You need some better armor. Marlena also pulls through. Nice. Wait. Is that the same eardrum or the other? I'm pretty sure she's the one who suffered that injury last time as well. That helmet really isn't working for her. Someone must have, like, a blow must have driven some broken male links into her ear. And then the impact of that impacted inwards. The impact impacted inwards. What a rubbish sentence to say. Oh well. Yep, warband gains experience. Not a problem. And from the battlefield we get lots of warpstone and some blue consumables. We've got to sell the halberd because none of us can use it. The two-handed hammer, we probably hold on to it. Right. Now, we've paid our doctor's bills. We've the physician's remunerations, as it were. I'm not going to spend these points until she's fully healed because I want to see skill availability and what would be most appropriate. The fact that she's actually injured out of action for a lot of days means we can now afford to train skills. Which means I should actually look at skills. And obviously the first skill we want is Shield Specialist. Yes. Want a little bit of strength there. And as for... The problem is that having a leadership of 15 means that most of these tests will be fairly easy anyway. Hold ground is good. Actually, as a support character, that's really good. Right. Intelligence. weapon skill, intelligence. Leadership, intelligence, right. I mean, absolute faith is just good, right? But I'm thinking a point of intelligence for spell resistance, for stun resistance. Yeah, all good. So Hilda is our first, and we don't even have skill training discounts yet. I probably shouldn't have spent that much. Right. Got a doctor's bill to pay, some wages to pay. We're just going to put that straight there to give her a chance of survival. Got wages to pay. We do have some more light armor. Excellent. We're going to need that drastically. Lubyanka, no. Right. We're going to pop that there. Put this. We do need a bit more perception now, but no, not just yet. And we're going to put this. Enemies do dodge a bit, and you are getting better armor now. And then you get paid, and it would be lovely to get you some light armor. We just don't have it yet. So we're going to put this point in leadership for now. We're going to put this point in weapon skill, and then she'll get a point in alertness and accuracy next. Up here we're probably looking at another point in agility. Right. Those 5 days are kind of good, kind of bad. We're going to hold on to this 34 warp stone. Oh. We've got a payment coming, so that's good, right? There's a demand coming as well. That's not so good. So I'm actually going to end the day.
New hired swords are available.
Alright. We need at least 4 days. The good news, of course, is that by the time our matriarch is recovered, everyone else will be ready to fight as well. The warband needs another 1 or 2 matches to make it to... Okay. So we would get the spellcaster, what's her name? And that would be it. So level 2 warband would be a nice landmark to make, but obviously we're not going to make that in this episode. That being said, I will pass a few more days just to get through injury recovery. So our payment has come through now, and of course Hilda is now better at blocking their shield. Much better at blocking their shield, in fact. So there we go, we're now just on the matriarch to recover, and sod it, let's do that again.
New shipment request arrived.
Awesome!
Stock has been replenished.
Oh, it's only 148! Oh, if only we were like a rank 6 warband or rank 7, we could do that in 2 or 3 matches. Yeah, not going to happen. We're going to have to pass another day. And we can then go on to violence. Now, spells. 15 intelligence. Yeah, we need the intelligence. Okay. And we need the weapon skill. There we go. That was nice and plain and simple. On the skill front, yes, lots of skill points, but we can't afford all this stuff. So, we need to be going on to fight. That would be really lovely if it was deadly, but it's not. But I also think I need to end the episode. I hope you've all enjoyed this one. It did get pretty tense towards the end of that last match, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in the next one. I'll say bye-bye for now, and cheerio!